Oh, brother. What the hell happened last night? I'll tell you what happened. Someone let Andrew Barry cook a little too much. Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Crazy dog. Back with my Browns NFL draft. Day 2 recap. Day 3 preview. As we are entering the final day of the NFL draft already, I'll tell you what, the first 2 days flew by so quick because I was just so excited. And as usual, when you're excited for something, it takes forever for it to get here. But once it gets there, once it arrives, it flies by so quick. Happens every year. So, of course, the Browns had not one, not two, not three, four picks last night. They started day 2 off, literally, with a linebacker and Carson Schwessinger. Honestly, I'll admit, at first I was like, huh? But then doing a little digging, yeah, he has serious potential. I mean, the people that actually know stuff in the NFL that get paid to, look up this kind of stuff. I mean, the dude is a tackling machine. It's good in coverage. The one, the one thing that I am kind of concerned with, though, is what this means for JOK. Now, in their little press conference, they did talk about this has nothing to do with JOK. It's more or less how good Carson is as a player, as opposed to, oh, is JOK cooked? Well, if it's anything, JOK was at the facility when the players showed up, so that's good. He didn't have like a neck brace or any sort of protection on, but still, uh, I don't know if we're going to see him much. I guess we have to wait and see what happens when they put the shells on and stuff. Probably not until like May or June. If it gets to training camp and JOK is still not really seen on the field, then I'll be kind of getting concerned. Yeah. So, that pick, had Brown's Twitter kind of split. Some people were like, oh, this is a banger. But others, mainly the guys who wanted Shadur, were like, huh? Yeah, like I said, it was kind of split. But then the Browns proceeded to get serious for a little bit. As with their next pick, they took my dog from Ohio State, Quinn Sean Judkins. And I'll tell you what, that pick got Browns fans excited again. For sure. Browns fans were back to essentially being locked in, as I said on Twitter. They reeled us in with that pick and then their next pick being tight end Harold Fanine Jr. from Bowling Green, or as I said in my reaction video, Harold Fanine from Bowling Green. Ours. Those two picks got Browns fans back on track, back on the bus, pretty much. Yeah. It's almost like the Browns were like, oh, we got them now. Watch this. Because with their last pick of the night, 94, so many good players on the board still. And what did they do? They went and selected Dylan freaking Gabriel. It's funny about that. I'm not going to lie at all. I thought we were going to go receiver. I'm pretty sure that's still one of our major needs. I mean, I'm going to look at our needs right now. I'm going to see how many of those we've addressed, which I'm pretty sure we've only addressed 2 of them. I have to wonder if the Eagles hadn't taken Jihad Campbell, would we have taken him? Now, you talk about a banger pick. That's the banger pick right there. Of course, the Eagles took him. I'm thinking, wait, if we wanted him so bad, we could have just traded up to get him. But then again, they said that the price to trade up was too much. Again, I'm not even going to hate on Carson Schwessinger because he seems like a dog kind of player. I mean, the dude went from, what, walk-on to All-American? You know what kind of grind that is? To go from a walk-on, no scholarship, I guarantee you're even ever going to see the field, to All-American? Like, that is one hell of a grind. And now he's a second-round pick. You're kind of excited to see what he can do, right? Yeah, so let's see where we at. Let's go to the draft tracker. Okay. Yeah, let's go to the draft tracker. Let's see what else they have on the board for us. I'm pretty sure our other needs are like receiver and edge rusher, which are we really gonna draft an edge rusher? No. We ain't touching edge rusher today. I doubt it. I don't get the Dillon Gabriel hate. Bo Nix. Just are hating on it because we took him in the 3rd round. And Shedeur was on the board. I'm pretty sure they would have done that if we took Quinn Ewers, Kyle McCord. Right? If we took Shedeur, people would have been throwing a parade. Or as some people have said, if Dillon Gabriel was 2 inches taller and if he went to Ohio State, Browns fans would have been going nuts. But they're showing Daniel Jeremiah's top 150 best available. Shedeur, obviously, Miles Frazier, Dylan Sampson, Jack Sawyer, Torrey Horton, Jalen Reed, Josh Farmer, Marcus, and Bo. And I'm not going to lie, when I heard Dylan, I thought Sampson. Then they said Gabriel. I'm like, okay, doubling down on running back on day 2 would have been interesting. That would have buried the notion that they were going to bring back Nick Chubb. Yeah, getting 2 rookie backs in Sampson and Judkins. Still go double down on backs today. You know, they could double down on backs. They could get Cam Scatterbo. And then they could still bring back Chubb. That would just extremely lessen the load on his legs. Literally, you could just use Nick Chubb as like a special, like a super weapon, like a secret weapon. When you're in the goal line, you could just bring in Nick Chubb for like that one extra push into the end zone. Because they have had dialogue about a return, by the way. So let's take a look at the Browns' needs heading into day 3 and let's see what they've addressed. Okay, so they've only addressed 2 of them. Quarterback and edge, and quarterback and running back. Yeah, that's it. They've only addressed 2 of the needs. They still need an O-lineman, an edge rusher, and a receiver, according to NFL Network. So let's take a look. Top O-lineman. I'm going to guess tackle. Let's see who is undrafted. Logan Brown, Cam Williams. I could see us going him in this 4th round if he's there. Chase Lunt, Holland Pierce, Vincent Taylor, Miles Hinton, Jack Nelson, Marcus Bryant, Ajani Cornelius, Trey Weddick, Carson Vincent, Jalen Travis. Now, if they maybe want to go interior O-line, I don't even think it's I guess they're center. On guard. Let's go guard. You have Marcus Embo, Miles Frazier, Jalen Rivers, Joe Huber, Bryce Cabledew, Josh Gray, Marcus Tate, Xavier Truss, Jackson Slater. And if they maybe want to go center, which I don't think they will, you have Jake Majors, Willie Lampkin, my guy, Seth McLaughlin, Clay Webb, Drew Kendall, Addison West. Maybe what if they want to go edge rusher? Well, you got Jack Sawyer, Braden Swinson, Baron Sorrell, Kyle Kennard, David Walker, Tyler Barron, Jared Ivey, John Joyner, Chaz Chambliss. Oh my God, it's Uncle Lou's favorite player. No, no. Hugh Robinson, Steve Linton, Johnny Walker Jr., Fadil Diggs, Ethan Downs. Wow. What about safety? Because they could use one. Willie Bowman, top rated guy. Lathan Ransom, Jalen Reed, RJ Mickens, Craig Woodson, Marcus Siegel, Hyton Crawford, Maxon Hook, Malachi Moore, Malik Verdon, Dante Trader Jr., Glendon Miller. Yeah, nobody else that I've really heard of. Dan Jackson? No. Now, what else is there that they could go after? Hunter. Nah, they're not gonna do that. Could maybe double down on D tackle. Josh Farmer, Cam Jackson, JJ Pegas, Ty Hamilton, Dion Walker, who they had in for a top 30, by the way, one of the few remaining players that they had in for a top 30 visit. Warren Brinson, Tyrion Ingram Dawkins, Ty Robinson, Aeneas Peoples, Riley Mills, Elijah Simmons, Nazir Stackhouse. I think Riley Mills would have been like a top day 2 pick if he didn't get hurt. Nazir Stackhouse. Yeah. A lot of these guys are destined to be undrafted. Dylan Gabriel is more than 1 year at good football. Will Howard only has one, so Dylan Gabriel is probably better than Will. Harold Fanine on the outside, that could work. Yeah, it's possible. I'll tell you one thing though, the 2 tight end sets are definitely back in Cleveland. That's for sure. That is for sure. So again, going back to the Browns' needs. I mean, is it possible they doubled down on running backs? Like I said, it is possible. Let's see. What other backs are there? Dylan Sampson, Bayshul Tutin, Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, Jordan James, Cam Scanaboo, Trevor Etienne, Woody Marks, Jarquez Hunter, Jaden Blue, Land Larison, LaQuint Allen, Damian Martinez, Brashard Smith, Raheem Rocket Sanders, Alec Gordon, Devin Neal, DJ Giddens, Montrell Johnson, Taj Brooks, and Khalil Mullings. So that's all the top rated guys at running back. Also, what about receiver? Well, there is really no other receivers taken. I mean, well, there's a few taken, but the top guys are still there. Jalen Royals from Utah State, Isaiah Bond, Dominic Lovett, Nick Nash, still Elic Eomanor, Torrey Horton, Dante Thornton Jr., Jalen Lane, Elijah Badger, Tremere DK, Tez Johnson, Brew McCoy. I actually have a theory that the Browns might take Tez Johnson later on if he's there, like in the 5th or 6th round. Pair him with Dylan Gabriel. I don't think they would take him 4th round. No. No. What do I grade the draft? Well, before the Dylan Gabriel pick, I'd give it a solid B, B plus. I mean, trading down from Travis Hunter was kind of a stupid thing, but you see the haul and it's like, okay, all right, I like what they're thinking. Then they start off, with Mason Graham. Now it's a solid, B minus, B plus kind of pick. Okay, cool. Maybe even an A minus. We needed another interior guy. Then you get a linebacker. Okay, there was so many better players on the board, but okay, whatever, cool. He was one of the top guys. Not gonna hate. In the next two picks, I would have said if it wasn't for Dylan Gabriel, our draft last night would have probably been an A. I think Gabriel knocked it down, I think, to like a B minus, maybe even a C, C plus. I mean, you could have taken him later. You could have taken him today. I don't know. I will say he is a gamer. He's a dog. He's good. He ain't a scrub. I think he led the nation in like passing yards or something. Like I think in his career. So obviously he's been there forever. He'd be a good backup. Nothing more, nothing less. But speaking of quarterbacks, right? We talk about Colorado. I have a proposition for the people watching this. Okay? If, and I mean if Shedeur Sanders does not get drafted, which, by the way, I expect him to get drafted. Yeah, I expect him to. If he doesn't get drafted, meaning all 7 rounds pass and he is still not drafted, I will gift a membership for every teammate of his at Colorado who gets drafted before him. Right now, there's just one. Yeah, just one buff was taken already, and that was Travis Hunter on day 1, second pick of the draft. Now, as far as who else could get drafted today, I mean, it's really only like a few guys that could get drafted. Jimmy Horn, I think he could get picked. We'll see. LaJohntay Wester, possibly. BJ Green, Will Shepard, maybe. It's important to note the Browns, I believe, had a virtual visit with, I think it was Will Shepard. And then, of course, they have Shiloh. If Shiloh Sanders gets drafted before Shedeur, I will gift 5 memberships. Yeah. We'll gift 5 if he gets picked before Shedeur, regardless of when Shedeur gets picked. If Shiloh gets picked at all, let alone goes before Shiloh, or before Shedeur. Yeah, if Shiloh gets picked before Shedeur, I will gift 5. Imagine how pissed off I would be if I was Shedeur. If my receivers drafted before me. Wait a minute. Hate them. They were who they are because I am. Because of me. I threw them the ball. How did they get drafted before me? The hell? What's going on here? By the way, Bleacher Report just released a mock draft for day 3. Let's see what they got for us. Let's see if there's any other mock drafts. Just to see like what they have us doing. And then I'm going to wrap this up as we are about an hour away from day 3. And of course, I'm not even going to predict what we're going to do because I have no freaking clue. Now, remember, heading into the draft, we would have had four fourth round picks, which meant I would have been a busy mother trucker today. But no, funny how there's like nobody there and the weather's beautiful. But there's never anybody at the draft for day 3. Everyone else is just enjoying the fan experience stuff. Let's see what else. Oh, NFL. See if there's any cool mock drafts for day 3. Okay, so biggest day 3 needs from PFF. Let's see. Cleveland. Wide receiver. Fun weapon to their offense in Harold Fanine. PFF suggests Alec Aomanor. Now that would be a great pick from Stanford. I would love that pickup. But he'll probably go early. What about that's not a mock draft, it's just live updates. USA Today, what do they have? Let's see here. So USA Today has the Browns at 124. No, not 124, 126. Taking Elijah Roberts, edge rusher SMU. And then 5th round. Where are we at? Yeah. Ryan Alexander, LSU, corner. Okay. And then round 6. So we essentially round out our draft with Ricky White III, wide receiver UNLV. Before Jordan James. And after Hugh Robinson and Jordan Hancock. Even Jake Briningstool and Jeffrey Bassa. Mitchell Evans, Malachi Moore. Wow. Isaiah Nayor. You know what's really, really funny though? If the Browns drafted 2 receivers and they got Isaiah Nayor and Alec Ayomanor. I don't know why, but that'd just be funny to me. I don't know. It's just so funny to say those names like that. Open the door, Illuminor. So the picks that we would have had from the Jags, what would we have gotten? Let me see here. I'm curious now. So 104, we would have gotten Jordan Phillips from from Maryland. D tackle goes to the Jaguars, and then they take Lathan Ransom after that. Kind of wish we didn't make that trade like that, but they condensed most of their 4th rounders into a 5th, or 6th rounders into a. So no, there was 4 6th rounders. That's right. So I would have been busy as hell. That's right. They had 4 6th rounders. Who would we have taken with those picks? Let's see here. They had a ton of picks in day 3 before that trade. Before those 2 trades they made. Will Howard to the Raiders. Wait, where do they have Shedeur going? Let me see here. Hey, Omanor to the Jets. Burke to the Panthers. Damn. Dylan Sampson to the Saints. CJ Dupree to the Broncos. Wow. Rashard, Walker, Rivers. Wow. Does he like really not get picked in this draft? I don't see him. Fadil Diggs, Nick Nash, Jax. We get Zy Alexander. You know, the funniest thing that would ever happen is if Fedor gets picked last as Mr. Irrelevant. That would just be the most hilarious thing ever. I don't see him. Wait, he had to have gotten picked earlier. Royals, Phillips, Lane, Helm, Ransom, Riley, Neal, Ayo Manor, Ingram, Dawkins, Swinson, Williams, Farmer, Bowe, Strong, Carter, McLaughlin, Bowman, Kennard, Sorrell, Burke, Cone, Giddens, Black, Roberts, Torrey Horton. Oh, brother, if Torrey Horton gets picked before Shadur, oh, Colorado State fans will never let Buffs fans hear the end of that. John Joyner, Ty Hamilton, Gadsden, Sampson, Frazier, Tootin, Dupree, Robinson, Thornton, Walker, Conyers. He doesn't get picked in the 4th round. Oh my god. 5th round. Sigel, Martinez, Reed, Smith, Walker, Rivers, Paul, Hunter, Ivy, Allen, Tez Johnson to the Dolphins. Cable Dew, Lambert, Smith, West, Slater. Oh my god, he goes 156 to the freaking Steelers. 5th round. You gotta figure at some point a team will just say, screw it. Take him. Wow. I figure at some point a team's gonna do that. Right? I mean, that'd be kind of tough if that didn't happen. Man. Shadur going to McDonald's. He's gonna be on Indeed. He better get that Indeed application ready. See what Bleacher Report had for day 3 for the Browns. I'm gonna go to Twitter here just to see what. PFF. Let's see what they had. Let's see how far they have Shador falling. Okay, Scatterbo to the Giants. Shador to the Raiders at 108. Okay, what about the Browns? 126. R.J. Mickens, Clemson, the son of former Jet Ray Mickens. Okay. What about 5th round? What do they have us going there? This is to the Jets. Okay. Where are we at? For ETN to the Eagles, of course. Mitchell Evans to the Eagles. Hamilton to the Browns. 166. Why not get another Buckeye? Hey, that's 2. That's 2 Buckeyes on the Browns in this draft. Jack Kaiser to the Patriots. Yeah. Round 6. How do they have us wrapping up this draft? Tonka Hemingway. D lineman, South Carolina. With a name like Tonka, you gotta be a beast. I mean, come on. Come on. He's like a borderline edge rusher. Fit on the edge where his explosiveness can stand out. Okay. All right. Wouldn't even be surprised if the Browns traded one of these picks for more picks. Quinn Ewers to the Rams. Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, let's see what Twitter's complaining about. And I'm going to wrap this up because you know Twitter's got to complain about something. And of course, if anyone is really wondering, am I going to be streaming the Cavs today? Obviously not. Jack Sawyer to the Browns from I'm gonna screenshot that. Yeah. So yeah, Jack Sawyer to the Browns, according to Bleacher Report. 126. That'd be awesome. Miles Hinton. That would be just a troll move. Take a Buckeye and then another Wolverine. After you took a Wolverine, you'd have two of each. And that would continue their trend of Big Ten players in this draft. Except for, the Ohio guy, Fanine. Literally, almost all of our picks are Big Ten. Some people are like, wait, I thought UCLA. No, they're Big Ten now. Where have you been? They're Big Ten now. Stop it. If you are actually wondering why I'm talking about that when UCLA and Oregon, well, yeah, they joined the Big Ten this year. Where have you been? Under a rock. Okay, so let's see. I put the Browns draft in a PFF simulator. Oh God. A B plus for Graham, a D for Schlesinger, D minus for Judkins, and then two Fs for Fanine and Gabriel. Damn PFF. Brutal. Okay, Nick Pidone on Twitter says I'd double up on running backs if I was the Browns. Someone says they want Chubb back. I mean, not gonna lie, like this one person on Twitter says, they even if they bring back Chubb, Scatterboo and Judkins with Chubb would be insane. That would just mean less Jerome Ford. Jerome Ford, Mr. Sideline to Sideline, can then work on his Indeed profile because that dude literally is like good for like one or two good plays every few weeks. I don't know what they're gonna do. Knowing the Browns, they could easily just go O line the next three picks. Just throw these next three picks away. Hard to really say what they're gonna do because nobody knows. Especially after getting Dylan Gabriel with their last pick last night. Someone said he could be more of a more athletic Tua. That's asking an awful lot. Dylan Gabriel is taller than Kyler Murray by an inch. Literally. Slightly taller by an inch. Okay. All right. Someone on Twitter said Dylan looks like the lead in a Disney movie about the nice kid that overcomes great odds to be the hero. Watch, everyone's hating on the pick. Now watch, when Dylan Gabriel eventually does get a chance, he actually goes out there and balls, and people are like, oh, so he's actually good. Okay. But then you got to think about it. Our QB room right now is so. He should have a chance. Flacco, Kenny Pickett. Didn't even mention the other guy. Oh God. I mean, hey, all you can do is give him a chance. That's all you can do. Nothing else you can really can do but except for give him a chance. I mean, after all, if we do see him on the field, he's going to have some nice weapons, I guess. Possibly. I mean, Quinshon Judkins, cool. Jerry Judy, awesome. Joku and Fanine at tight end. Okay. But I don't know what else they're going to do today. I talked about their needs. They might not even address them. Who knows? I think the Cowboys take Shador out of concern for his father's well-being. Yeah, nobody wants to take Shador because of the fact that his father will be lurking over his shoulder every step of the way. Pretty crazy hearing the Browns discourse over the past 3 years. They attempt to try something new, and we won't even attempt to support a guy. But did you look at the numbers for him? He does not turn the ball over. And he had over 30 touchdowns in 3 of the last, 6 years. One was at UCF, where he threw 32 touchdowns, 4 picks in 2020. He goes to Oklahoma for 2 years, throws 25 and 30 touchdowns, only threw 6 picks both years. And then last year at Oregon, 30 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. I mean, if he could do those numbers in the NFL, that's not bad. That's not bad. But all right. Well, I think I'm going to wrap this up, guys. So, about an hour until we get going. As of right now, I have 3 reaction videos that could go up, that could go down. Who knows? So, if Tua married the Huck Tua girl, she would be Mrs. Huck Tua Tua. Oh God, Mrs. Huck Tua. Oh my God, no, she'd be Miss Tua Huck Tua Tagovailoa. Huck Tua. Can't believe that girl really she. I still can't believe that girl got famous for just doing one of those street side interview things that you see all the time. And all she had to say was huck, huh, spit on that thing. And now she's like famous. Like, damn, that's how crazy it is. Right? So, yeah, that's it. We'll see what the Browns do today. And then once we're all done here, I'll do a recap of the entire draft and give my thoughts. And then we'll have to look forward to undrafted free agency, which I'll be honest, I don't expect the Browns to do much. So we'll see. But with that being said, guys, I will see you all later today. And of course, go Cavs and Guardians because we got the Cavs game and one of the Guardians games because they have a doubleheader today. Guardians and Cavs playing at the same freaking time. Love it. At least they're not in the same area. I should do what other QBs should to hear their names called today. At least probably 3 others, maybe. But we'll see what happens today. So, and also, when I recap the draft, I'll even talk about some free agents that the Browns could sign to fill any needs that went unfilled. Because I don't think they're going to fill every need. They might double down on a position. I don't know. With that being said, I'll see you guys later today. Go Browns. I'm Crazy Dog. and I'm out. Bye bye. My voice is almost gone. My voice still hasn't recovered from that Hawks game I did. Of course. Bye bye. Yeah.